Hey, I'm Michal. I'm Senior Engineering Manager, and today I'd like to talk to you about how you can become an engineering manager as well. I will explain 3 different ways how you can do that by scheduling a conversation even tomorrow. All of these are proven and work because I did them during my career. So the first one I want to talk to you about is talk to your peers. But before that, I'd like to highlight one thing that all of these 3 approaches have in common. You have to be open about your expectations. No one will be able to help you, and I assume you are in the environments where people want to help you, if you won't be open about this and if you won't be prepared. So in this conversation, we won't talk about what skills are necessary to become an engineering manager and how you can gain them. This is for different video. If you'd like to watch it, please subscribe. But we will focus on how you can get the real life experience because you already have the skills. So going back to the talk to your peer kind of way is I was the iOS team lead in one of the companies that I worked at. And at some point I thought about transitioning to management. But in the company, there were no official structures how to progress. Everyone was kind of at the same level except the branch manager. So there was no really place to grow and to be promoted. So what I figured is that I can talk to my friend who was the QA engineer at the time, and he wanted to become the iOS engineer. And I talked to them. I said, hey, I think we can help each other. And we will figure out the plan for you that you can work through in order to become the iOS engineer. I will delegate some smaller tasks to you if you want to. I will provide feedback. I will do code reviews for you, stuff like this, right? So I really got involved in helping them grow, which also helped me grow. And I think because he was so open about his aspirations, it allowed me to be open about mine, connect the dots, and help each other. It was my first experience in management, and it helped me to secure a job at the next company I joined. Then, the second approach is talk to your manager, right? So this seems kind of obvious, but I know not everyone is doing that, and sometimes they expect a manager to go forward with such suggestion, which is really hard from the manager's point of view, because I really believe that we all are responsible for our own growth, and our managers can help us get there, but we have to be open about our expectations, aspirations, what do we expect from them, what we would like to be delegated to us, and where do we want to go. Because after some point, some people are just very happy at the level they are, which, is fine with me. Like, this is a great choice because they maybe prefer to something else, right? But for other people who would like to progress and move forward within their career, like, I think you should be open. And this is how I officially became the engineering manager at the company. So I was open to my manager about my expectations. I was a mobile team lead at the time, and it was kind of like the EM role, but it was not really well defined, and also within the mobile development domain. What I wanted to become was the engineering manager who is responsible for multiple different technical domains. So I wanted to be responsible for someone from backend and frontend and mobile, so to get out of the mobile world and to grow a little bit further. And I accomplished that by talking to my boss, right? I told them that, hey, this is how I would like to progress within my career. This is what I accomplished here. This is how I prepared myself. And I think I'm ready to become the engineering manager for more cross-functional team. And, he started delegating some stuff to me, which was on top of the work that I was doing back then. So to try to figure out the career ladder for engineers, do some tweaks here and there. And then I was at the end promoted to the EM's role. Before we'll talk about the last point, please like the video if you enjoy it. It will allow me to understand that I should do more content like this. And the last way how you can approach this is to going through recruitment process in different company. So if there are no possibilities for you to get the experience at the company you're at now, you can try to do it by applying for the EM's jobs or team lead or whatever jobs, which have a combination of leadership, management, and sometimes also individual contributor expectations within the one role, which is the last way how you can approach it, in my opinion. But it's the hardest one, I think, because of two reasons. So first of all, it's very hard to know, do you want to go to management if you haven't been a manager before? And sometimes you get tired of it, like of everything else. But to envision yourself, how it will be to be a manager of someone, it's really hard without the experience. So what doing it within the same company you're at now gives you is the smooth transition. It allows you to test it, to do it in steps, right? At the pace you're comfortable with or the pace you agreed with someone, your peer or your manager, and test it out. This is an amazing way of you saying, hey, sorry, I don't think it's for me. I will stick to, code and going to also leadership position, but sticking to code and becoming a staff principal or whatever. Additionally, it's very hard to get a first team lead EM's role without previous experience because companies don't want to risk. And yeah, that's why I think that first two ways are the way to go. And both of them you can accomplish by scheduling a conversation with someone. Thank you all for listening. If you liked it, please subscribe and see you in the next one.